Hey guys, welcome to Healing Intuition. I have a little bit of a message here and also have a new deck, so I'd like to do a little bit with that today. So, what I am experiencing, and I have a feeling that so many of you are also experiencing it, and it's kind of confusing in a way. And so I think that's why I'm feeling drawn to kind of express this. So, right before you really bloom into who you are, right? You've gone through this process of dark night of the soul and ridding and kind of, getting rid of a bunch of stuff that's not really who you are and really kind of understanding who you are and stepping into that purpose and stepping into who you're meant to be, right? Um, right before you kind of like step through this, I'm usually I would call it a doorway, but I'm hearing a gateway. So to me, that feels like like I'm seeing like a garden, like something that's very abundant. It's natural. It is, it's beautiful. It is very divine in a way. So I feel like for a lot of us, we're really kind of like the gate is open and we're working on stepping into it, but I feel like right before you step through the gate there is a moment. And let's talk about how like a moment to us is very short, but a moment in the divine realm is can last for weeks, months, whatever it may be, where you are struggling with accepting this truth about yourself. You're struggling with, and it's not even intentional, it's just something that happens. This is where the ego dies, right? Because I feel like a lot of us on this channel, our truth is something that's really not considered normal, right? We're kind of outside of the box, if you will. And so, I think that a lot of you right now, if you're wondering what's going on, I feel like you're going through this phase. And there's a fear of really stepping into that power and stepping into your truth and being fully who you are. But once you're able to completely express yourself, or there's like this energy of really kind of like settling into your truth, right? Like almost like you've been looking at it from above, um, and like kind of like I'm just like it's like an overview of like myself is what I'm seeing. So it would be like for you, right? Of living in this truth, right? And so now it's kind of like you are kind of coming down and like settling into what you've been kind of flying above, I guess. Um, I thought I saw the TV kind of doing something weird. I know that that's like the screensaver, but I don't remember it like flickering like that. I don't know if that's significant or not. Probably because my attention was drawn to it. But anyways, so allow yourself to get settled. Allow yourself to, in your own time, really work your way through this, okay? This is probably the hardest part of the whole journey, in all honesty, because this is you finally taking that old version of yourself and leaving it behind. And understanding that this new version, I don't know who's getting all emotional, but you gotta stop. This new version of who you are is who you are. That old version was you, but masked by other people. And so now that you've kind of taken off all these masks and you kind of understand where you're going and what you're here for, it's scary. So sorry. I'm going to work through this. There's a lot of judgment in this world, right? And there's a lot of things that maybe are just rising up that can be scary. You know, as a medium, for example, as a medium, a lot of people look at me like maybe I work with the devil or, you know, things like that because of this stigma around being a medium or somebody that gives readings or, you know, just by having these cards. You know, for a long time, if people would come to my house, I hid them. It was a part of me that I only felt like I could express here on this platform, and I thank you all so much for accepting me. But I think that you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from in this way, right? As far as the judgment goes, there are so many people that are at a lower state of consciousness and they're just not able to see exactly what you're able to, if that makes sense, right? Because you're able to see through the illusions and understand that you were here, you were sent by God consciousness to help through your purpose, whatever that may be. And so I just want to say, allow yourself to really say goodbye to that version of you that you're letting go of. Because it's not necessarily easy, right? We're super excited to like step through this gate and really jump into purpose and things of that nature, but it's also just, it's sad, right? Because there are things and people and places that you also have to kind of leave with that version of yourself. Not to say that you have to completely cut these things off, right? But there needs to be boundaries. You have to love from a distance. They're just not, they're not going to go with you. They're not. It's just not part of the plan, right? So, you know, I feel like a lot of us are grieving a version of ourselves as we are getting closer to the gate. It's feeling more and more real, right? And that's scary. It's just like giving birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody who has been, you know, who is pregnant, right? And they're super excited to have this baby. And, you know, they've gathered up resources and things like that, and they're getting all ready. But as you approach the due date, right, there is always this energy of just being, especially with your first child. So bringing that up also, I feel like a lot of you, this is like, you guys are embarking on something that is brand spanking new, okay? So, but with your first child, right, you approach the due date and there's just so much fear that comes up. Am I good enough? Can I do this? Am I going to be able to like raise a child? How am I can barely take care of myself, let alone another human being. Like, what if I teach it the wrong things? What if I cause any sort of trauma? What if, right? We need to take a moment and step back and understand that clearly we are able to handle this because it's what we're here for, right? That child is a blessing that has been given to you because you are able. Whatever is beyond the gate for you has been given to you or has been assigned to you or is for you for a very specific reason. And I encourage you to grieve this version of yourself and allow yourself to step into the gate. But make sure that you do the grieving first. Because I think once you step through the gate, for some of you, it may be hard to find time to grieve that person, that version of yourself. For some of you, it may be, I just feel like, it just feels like you won't get the chance again to do it. And you really don't want to when when you don't fully let go of something or someone. A lot of times, whatever that is, it manifests again, right? Until you're able to do that. And I just think that once beyond the gate, there's no room for that. There's no space for that, right? We're constantly healing and evolving. So, but it's like, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. And I hope you understand what I mean, but it's just like, there's just this, only a certain vibration is welcome beyond the gate. Only a certain energy is welcome beyond the gate. And so make sure that you are, and this is, you're not, don't feel rushed to step into the gate. Take your time, I think, is really what they want, what the message is here, is take your time. Your time is coming. But it's up to you to make sure that you're ready, right? We see a lot of times people that dive into things and then they find that they're not really ready and then they just get torn to shreds. The people, the thing, whatever it is, right? The relationship, the whatever, right? Take your time. Okay. Wow. That was intense. So I want to do, since we're already 14 minutes in, I want to go ahead and get just like one card. So I super love this deck. I was actually looking for an angel deck. Per instruction of my mentor, she's been feeling very guided. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I went to a metaphysical store, got a bunch of herbs, things like that, and sage and whatnot, restocking. And I try to, I don't get new decks very often just because I try to not overdo it, right? Um, but I was really drawn to this. It's Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I'm not sure. But the cards, wow. The first time I held this deck, it was like very intense. Anyways, so let's just get like one or two. Let's just get one or two, just a couple, guided messages here, just, to see what we need to know right now. Okay. Aside from whatever message that just was, it was beautiful. I loved it. Okay. Wow. And this is just right off top. Yeah. This truly is exactly in alignment with what I was just talking about. So we have Jaguar and we have Orca. Okay. So the Jaguar, it says release. And the Orca, it says song lines. And when I read about the Orca card, it also talks about releasing fear and things of that nature. Let me get out the book here because I'm still, usually I follow things a little bit intuitively more so than read the book. Actually, that's usually always, but this time I'm feeling very guided to read this book a little bit with each card simply because it's good, solid. There's, it's good. You are walking in the bloodlines of your ancestors, but you are the individual that makes your own destiny. The gate, walking through the gate, right? This also talks about reconnecting with family in a way. Again, like I was saying, like maybe some of you need to reconnect with some family members with some boundaries and things like that. So you may be feeling like that you need to reach out to some family members. If you feel like that, you should. These two came out with Jaguar on top of the Orca, right? So, and Jaguar is the release, yes, and then the Orca is the walking your own destiny here. And I just, I feel like you're a rare breed. If you're brought here, you're a rare breed. For some reason, I feel like saying like maybe going extinct. I don't know what that means to you, but if you notice on this Jaguar card, this person is completely naked, right? Just really letting it all go, and this Jaguar is standing over her, as to say, you're safe. You are safe, and you are cared for, and you are loved. And it's really time to show the world who you are. It's card number 9, which is an ending. I've been seeing a lot of 3s lately. This is card number 30. So I've been seeing a lot of 333, which is mind, body, and spirit. And then also I had a download the other day that compared that mind, body, and spirit to Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. And they just kind of combine, right? Mind being the Father, body being the Son, and spirit being the Holy Ghost. So I want you to kind of think about that in a way. And it's just to recognize, you know what? I don't even need to explain it. I'm going to let you do that. Yeah. Look, in the bottom of the deck, is the shark, which is purpose. Right? Sharks are meant to be. Sharks are obviously known as like being scary, right? Or, right, like people fear sharks, or, there's just this stigma around sharks. But, I don't know, it just feels like sharks are gentle in a way, but they have to eat, right? So it's just, I think I'm just going to leave that there. I think I want to leave it to your own interpretation, um, because it's important that you're allowed to make your own, right, allow these messages to come through and resonate with you in a way that is your own, that fits your own life. And so I think a big thing that I'm going to start doing is kind of leaving things open-ended. And so that way that you can apply them to your life however it fits, without the little like things here and there that may trigger a little bit of fear, right, as we're stepping through this gate. Anyways, thank you so much, and we'll be talking soon.